friends, it's Peggy Noe from prettypapercards.com, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier Ellie. She's sitting on my lap today, so I thought I'd give you a little view of her kind of trying to snuggle in and kind of relax today. I'm going to put the camera up now. Just wanted to show you that. She loves to sit on my lap. And she can't really while we're stamping. That doesn't, whoa, let me just fix this. That doesn't work so well while we're stamping. But sometimes when I sit down and I'm relaxing, I can do that. Now I've messed it up. Okay, here we go. There we are. That took a few minutes. So here she is. I'll just bring her up so you can see her. She had a bath and she's all pretty, and she first got her pink bow out right after I gave her a bath, but then now she's got it back on. So there we are. Thanks for being here today. Thanks for watching. Happy Wednesday, end of summer. Most kids are back in school. Good to see you today. And we have a fun day planned for you here today, a fun Facebook Live, because we're going to make not one but two projects today, and I'm so excited to show them to you. First of all, I want to remind you about Celebration. So most of you know Celebration is now twice a year, and it's the biggest sale that Stampin' Up! Has, and for every order of $50 or more, you get a free gift. And that's why I'd like to tell you about it, because I want you to get the most with your stamping, with your stamping dollars. And so getting free gifts is always wonderful. And if you place a minimum $50 order in my online shop, you also, if you use my host code, you get a free gift from me for using my host code. And it's right above here. So I just want to let you know all those ways that you can save and get extra things. Trudy, good to see you from Virginia. Diane, good to see you. And then don't forget about the special offer during Celebration for joining my Stampin' Up! Family. I have a lovely group of sweet stampers, and they get a discount on their products. For when you order, you get 20% off if you become a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and many of them just joined for the discount. That's how I joined, and I love it, and I love getting a discount. And during Celebration, when you sign up for the starter kit, it's $99. You get $125 worth of products of your choice, and it all ships free, which is another 10% discount. And then also you get a free bundle. There are 11 different bundles that you can choose from. So Celebration is a great sale, and it's a good time to get what you love for less. And that's why I like to advertise it. Well, I'm going to put Ellie down so that we can talk about a few more things and let her go take her little nap. Now, last Wednesday, our prize for commenting was this really pretty classic Christmas Designer Series paper, 6x6, a whole brand new pack. It's from last year, but it is beautiful, and it's great for all your holiday projects. And the winner was Judy Duncan. She left a comment on my YouTube page on this particular video, and you can do that if you're one of my YouTube viewers and you're viewing this video. You can leave a comment to win next week's prize, and I take all the comments from, hi Kay, good to see you. I take all the comments from the YouTube Live and my blog, the ones that comment on the video on my blog, and also on YouTube, and I put them in the random number generator, and this week Judy Duncan won. So I think I have her address, so I'll be getting this out to Judy. But I want to tell you also about next week's prize. It's the Simply Elegant trim. It's the gold and silver Simply Elegant trim that you're going to love for your Christmas projects. And the reason I'm giving it out today is because we're going to use it today. We're going to use the gold trim on our projects today. Now, the other thing I have to tell you is I want to give you a little announcement about my September class to go. Every month I give a class to go. You pre-order it, and then I order the products, and you get everything you need for 5 cards, 3 designs, 2 cards of 2 designs, and 1 special card. And I give my Facebook Live people a little sneak peek, okay? The class this month for September is the Pretty Pumpkin stamp set, which you know I love. I've been using it a lot. And so you get the Pretty Pumpkin stamp set, or you can get the bundle, which is with the dies, which you've seen, if you've been watching my page, you've seen me using these dies a lot. I love these dies. And then you get everything you need to make 5 cards. Plus you get the tutorials for each card that you can keep in a PDF form, and a video. And I'm also going to throw in an embellishment or a ribbon. I haven't decided which yet. So I usually don't show the cards, okay, but on my Facebook Live, I like to show, hey Tammy, a little preview. So, okay, it's going to be quick because I don't like you to see everything, because you have to have something to look forward to, right? So here's one of the cards, a little square card. Okay, here is the second card, which is really cute. Okay, and here's the third one. This is the fancy fold, and you're just going to get a quick view of it, and it pulls out like that. Isn't that super cute? And you're going to get the PDF to make it, the materials to make one of the fancy fold to each of the other designs. And if you order the class to go with the stamp set, it's $45 including shipping, and if you order the bundle, it's $70 including shipping. And I'm not even advertising it until tomorrow on my blog and tonight to my newsletter subscribers. So if you're interested, email me at peggy@prettypapercards.com and tell me if you want the stamp set only or the bundle, and I'll contact you, and I have a PayPal system, or you can pay me by Venmo, and then I pre-order the products. Or pop on my blog tomorrow to see more, or sign up for my newsletter, because they're going to be getting the information tonight. When they get it, well, you don't always get it first, but it just turned out because it's Wednesday and I'm beginning tonight. The pre-order only lasts till this Sunday, the 12th of September. So if you're interested, let me know. Okay, now let's look at what we're doing today. I'm going to turn the camera down for you, and we're going to see what today's projects are. And here is the card we're going to make. And it's an easy card. I'm going to show you how to make the easy card. And, hi Allison. And it's a gift tag that can go on one of our little cute boxes. And I'm going to show that to you. And what I want to highlight today is the beautiful Blackberry Beauty paper. This project does not feature a stamp set. We're going to use a couple of stamp sets, but you can substitute in your own stamp set. This paper is so gorgeous. I want to show you what you can do when you only get the paper with and you already have stamps and everything. Of course, you can order more than just the paper, but this is one of the specialty papers. The specialty papers generally have gold or silver in them. There's something special about them. And so I want to show you again these beautiful papers. I know I showed them to you earlier on other Facebook Lives, but I just want to review for you how beautiful these are. And we weren't able to get them for a while, and now they're in, and so that's why I'm featuring it. Okay, so one side of each paper is not with the gold, and one side is with the gold. The reason I put this first is this is one of them we're going to use today, and it's actually my favorite pattern. So I'm going to set that over to the left so I can grab it quick later. And this is a nice background even for Halloween or something. But look at how beautiful this is. You can see I've been cutting into them, and I love pink. This is polished pink. This is the side without the gold, and here's the side with the gold. Here's another one. This has holly leaves, and look at the gold side on this. You can't totally see it on the camera, but there are gold dots highlighting all of this, and you can cut this in half and you could have enough paper for 6 cards if you used a 4 by 5 1/4 piece. Here's some pretty leaves, and I think we might have seen that before. We haven't seen this one. This is another good one for Halloween because it has some darker colors. Ooh, there's a little dot. This one I like, and here's the front of this one. And I think we saw that, and we saw that, and we saw that. I think we've seen them all. I just wanted to go through them. I think it definitely can be used for masculine cards, Kay, and I'll show you why. Especially, well, this paper could be for sure, but this is the one I was thinking of. This to me looks very masculine. Can you see it up close? It's kind of a zigzaggy pattern with splotches. I think that would make fabulous, absolutely fabulous masculine cards. And I want to show it to you in the catalog so you know where to find it. It's in the mini catalog, the Holiday Mini, which is actually the July to December mini catalog, and it's part of a suite called the Blackberry Beauty Suite on pages 45 and 46. And here's some sample cards and projects that they have made with this beautiful paper and the stamp set. There's so much that goes with it, but we're just going to work with the paper today. And I've shown you this before, but I really want to emphasize it. On the catalog, in our catalog now, they're doing a fabulous thing where underneath the feature designer series paper, they put these rectangles with the names of the colors, the Stampin' Up! Colors that are in the paper. So this one has Polished Pink, Blackberry Bliss, Rich Razzleberry, Early Espresso, Cinnamon Cider, and Gold. And that's how I chose the papers that we're using today to go with this, the complementary papers. I love this, and I just recommend it to you to use. If you've got a designer series paper, go right to the catalog and pick one of those other papers, and you're done. You're perfect. Okay, let's start with this card that we're going to make today. This is one that opens lengthwise, and I like that. I like to do that every so often just for fun. So let's get started with this card. And we're only using punches today, no dies. And sometimes I like to use punches. I think I used punches recently on another card. So this is a card base cut from Blackberry Bliss paper cardstock. And let me get my bone folder. It's cut the full length, 11 inches by 4 1/4, and so it cuts down the paper, the 8.5 by 11 cardstock piece straight excuse me, straight down this way, and then you score at 5 1/2, and you have this piece. Okay, now the next piece I'm going to put on, I've done some pre-cutting because we have 2 projects today. So the next piece we're going to put on, this is a piece of our, let me check the name, brushed, I had it right here, let's see, brushed metallic papers. They're gold and copper, and I forget the third one. And they are beautiful. I don't know if you can you see the lines in there, the brush lines? And I went ahead and cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to layer this on first. I know some people are very, well, I don't want to really use a bad word, but hoardy about their metallic papers, their golds, their foils and everything. And you can cut something out from the inside if you want to, like another piece that we're going to use today. And just, that way you save more paper. You can get a couple things out of this. But personally, I like to have it completely on there because I think then I'm not worried that, you know what I'm saying? If you cut a hole in here, then when you layer things on, they might look weird. I don't know. Okay, now we're going to cut this beautiful piece. Thank you, Pam, for sharing. We're going to cut this beautiful piece of my favorite sheet of the Blackberry Beauty Designer Series paper, and we're going to cut it down to 3 3/4. That's the size we want to fit in there, by 5. Remember, I've taught you before, when you're measuring, you just go down by a quarter. To create the layers, you just go down by a quarter each time. And that's what I've done here. So just going down by a quarter. Now for this one, we're going to use our pretty, what are these? What's the name of this again? Let me get it out because it's a prize for today. Simply Elegant Trim, right. And what I've done is I've taken each one of the gold and silver off, and I like to put it on my old-fashioned clothespins, just for fun. And so we're going to tie this around here, just because it's gold, and because it's pretty, and because it'll add a little something fun to our card. So we're just going to, it's very easy. You can leave it as a knot if you want. For my sample, I went around twice. This time I think I'm only going to go around once. And it just, the thing about this card is, I'm telling you, it's easy. There's not much to do because the paper is so beautiful. You want it to shine. And so you don't need to do too much. So I'm going to tie a knot right there. And I'm going to wait and tie a bow in a little bit. And then I'm just going to glue this on. Now I want to position this down, I think I want it kind of in the lower kind of third. And I've noticed with this, this is kind of cording, this trim, and sometimes you have to tie it, you know, tie like another half knot in it because it's pretty, it has its own little way, and sometimes it wants to come out, come untied a little bit. So I'm just going to tie one more little knot in there, just to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. And then we'll just glue this on also with our multi-purpose glue. And just a little warning, be very careful when you're gluing using a foil or the brushed metallic, because if you get a glue mark, and I hope I don't, on the foil, it really doesn't go away. It really doesn't, and it will mess your whole card up. So I try to be really careful. And let's just lay that down right like that. And it still gives us a few minutes to adjust it, you know. That's the thing I like about the multi-purpose glue. And so yay, we did that without a problem on our fingers or on the gold, right? Good job. Okay, so now let's tie the bow. Actually, maybe we'll leave that till later. Let's go ahead and work on our sentiment. And remember, I told you this is all punching, and the card is meant to be easy, so you can, once you even get with, even before the trim, that is a beautiful basis for any card. And you can just put one sentiment on it, even a strip of cardstock with one sentiment, any sentiment. It is so beautiful. And so, but what I've decided to do is use the oval, the double oval punch, and just do a little more. So I've got a scrap piece of that brushed metallic, and I'm going to use the larger punch, the scallop punch, and then I've got some more of the Blackberry Bliss paper cardstock, and we're going to do another oval like that, the scalloped oval, and then we're going to slide in a piece of cinnamon cider. That's one of the colors that goes with this, and I am loving this color for the fall. I've really started to use it a lot. I really like it. And so we're going to punch an oval out of that. And we've got plenty in case when we stamp. You know how sometimes when I stamp, I want to have extra paper in case I make a boo-boo. Now, for this sentiment, I told you you can use any sentiment you have. And I've decided to use, I love the Very Versailles stamp set. Who among you has the Very Versailles stamp set? It is so gorgeous. It's one of my all-time favorites. And I've decided to use this little sweet little thank you sentiment. It fits on the oval, and I just think it's so sweet. And so we're going to use Blackberry Bliss ink and our little tiny thank you sentiment. Make sure we have enough ink on there, and then you just pop it right in the middle of your oval. Now, do I like that? Do I think that's straight? I'm going to turn it over and just try one more time. I am picky like this. I am little particular. little perfectionist in there, but I have a feeling that some of you are too. There we go. I prefer that a little bit better. So there's our small oval, and what we're going to do is we're just going to actually layer these with glue, with multi-purpose glue, and then we're going to adhere them to the card front with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And again, we want to be real careful about the glue on this brushed metallic. So I'm just going to put, we don't need a lot, I'm just going to put a little bit there, and then I'm going to set off and alternate the Blackberry Bliss oval like that. And you could build these all up with dimensionals. I have just decided not to this time. I think we just don't need that much with this beautiful paper. And then we'll just come down a little bit with the thank you. Doesn't that, you know, this would be a beautiful way to do a sentiment for any card, truly. It really would be. And now we're going to bring our card base back in and get out our Stampin' Dimensionals. And I want to just hold it here, hold my sentiment right there and see kind of just where I want it. So I think I'm going to put a dimensional down here and up here because I want them to go, I want the cording to go in between. So we're going to put a little Stampin' Dimensional there and one up here. And that's good. It's alternating. So that's very good. And we're just going to pop that on. Now, isn't that just simple, right? Simple, but the paper is what makes such a statement. So now we can tie our bow. And the reason I wanted to wait till the end is to hopefully get it so it didn't go over the sentiment. I wanted to tie it kind of to the side of the sentiment. And I'm going to pull that up and kind of try it again and try to get it nice and tight. And then we'll trim off those little tails like that. And there we go. Now, I forgot we need to do our inside in our envelope, right? Isn't that just, I just love that. I think it's so elegant. And, you know, it can, the next, the tag we make is going to be a birthday tag, but you could use this for any sentiment. It could be a sympathy card. It could be a Christmas card, a Thanksgiving card, just anything. Hi, Roz. Thanks for popping on. Okay, now this is our inside piece for our inside sentiment. And I mentioned how much I really love the Very Versailles. And so I pulled out a nice, this leaf stamp from the Very Versailles stamp set is so beautiful. And I thought I would just use this occasion to use it. Ellie was up here when we were getting ready for this live, and so I think I have a few dog hairs on here. And this is meant, I think this is a distinctive stamp, so it's meant to look not have perfect coverage. Isn't that so pretty? Oh my gosh, I just love this. Look at how pretty that looks. And let's grab our envelope while we're at it. And let's put the same leaves over here on this side of the envelope. We might have them coming down this time. Let's see. I don't know if you can see me inking the stamp. And this ink is what I might call dangerous. If any of you have used it much, you know it hops off the pad and just onto your clothes and all kinds of stuff, onto your fingers. But look how beautiful that is. Isn't that just such a pretty, pretty envelope? And I think it complements, you know, I was thinking about this. We could have made an envelope. It would be nice to make an envelope out of, say, the cinnamon cider color, but I wasn't really up to making an envelope today, but we should sometimes. Yes, the depth of the image. I agree with you, Allison. So let's put our inside piece on. Just a little bit of our multi-purpose glue. And I like to cut it down. 3 3/3 by 5 is the size, or even another quarter down is the size I really like for the inside sentiments. So there's our card and our envelope. I just think that's so beautiful. I am looking forward to sending my thank you to someone special. I just love it. Now let's look at our next project, which is our birthday tag using the same, a different pattern of DSP actually, meaning designer series paper, and one of our Stampin' Up boxes. And I wanted to show you these boxes. It's been a while since I've used one. And let me catch their name again. They are Scalloped Craft Treat Boxes, and you get 8 in a package. And I think they're probably going to become very popular now with the holidays coming up because of their gold trim. And basically, they're a snap to put together. I wanted this whole project, both these projects, to be easy for you so that this can help you with all your various crafting over the holiday season. So look at how easy this is. I'm just going to fold this back. Basically, this is your lid, okay, and it has a scalloped edge lid, and all you do is fold one flap over the other, and this other flap tucks in and closes like a box. Isn't that easy? You love the next project too, Roz. Thank you. So this is really, look at how quick that was to put together. And that is the lid. And I'm just going to kind of firm up those corners a little bit. And then here's the card base. I mean, it's a snap. It's all done for you. So all you do is fold on the score lines, and then again the same thing. One flap over, the other flap over, and this again closes. It's a regular box closure, and let's see, you just tuck it right in, just like that. And then this becomes your bottom of your box, not your bottom, the bottom of your box. And then you just slip the lid right on. And look how cute that is. And look at those little gold dots. I just think this is, I'm going to get a bunch of these for my holiday giving. I really am, because it's so pretty. Now what we're going to do with this, and of course you would put your gift inside, right? But then we're going to tie it up again with the same gold cording, except that it's called Simply Elegant Trim. I call it gold cording. It's not as thick as some, okay? But we're going to do this, and this is going to help us to hold our tag also. So at this point, we're really just working with our box. We're going to put the gold trim right around it like this, and then again tie in a bow. So let me trim off the end, and here we go. I think what I'm going to do is turn it around, because I want to put this piece under this one, just like this. And then we're going to tie our knot. Let's see, why do I have something? Uh-oh. I know, I grabbed the wrong piece, I think. There we go. Okay. I'm thinking more about making cards and tags than I am putting this cording on. Okay, now let's pull the first one tight. It shouldn't be this difficult, but you know, when you get on a live, you just never know. And there, it'll pull itself tight. And we'll get that right in the center, and then like the other one, I'm going to add an additional half knot to really secure it. And then we'll use this to tie on our tag in just a minute. So for our tag, I'm going to use this, actually, I mentioned, as a birthday gift, because I've got quite a few birthdays coming up, and I'm going to use the Sweet as a Peach stamp set because I like this happy birthday. It's narrow and it's going to do what I want, and yet I really like the font also. So I just found a birthday sentiment that I liked and grabbed it. Okay, and I've got most of my pre-cut pieces here. So the first piece, and for this I'm going to use, I told you it was all punching, and this is a tag topper punch. I'm sorry I didn't label it. I need to go back and label it so I know. This is the tag topper punch, and this piece is 4 by 2. It will make a tag 2 inches or less, 2 inches 3/4, excuse me, 2 inches 1 3/4 and 1 1/2. But I've chosen the 2 inches, and so we're just going to slide it right in there. And then what I like to do is turn it over on the back and make sure that it's centered there, and then just punch. Okay, and this is what I'm going to use for the back of my tag. And then here's a piece of one of the other designer series papers. And actually I wanted to, let me see, yeah, it is, I made this a 3 3/4 long. I wanted to make it a little shorter so that it shows more of the Blackberry Bliss paper behind. So again, it's 2 inches wide. Turn it over and check, and that it's set up well. And so now we have our 2 pieces of our tag there. I love this punch too, Pam. I love punches in general, but this tag, I love the new tailor-made tag dies, and they're so much fun. But for just to do one tag, this is easy and quick, and I really like it. Okay, now let's start with our sentiment. I've got a, well, you know what? I had another piece of cardstock here. Hold on. I thought I did. Yes, here I do. I had this large piece, and I was cutting it down to make the sentiment this size, and then I found a scrap this size, which I think is a 1/2 inch wide, and we're going to see if it fits on here. I think it will. I think the happy birthday will. And so we're just going to, I'm going to put my head over there, hopefully get it straight. There we go. That worked out much better. So this is a 1/2 inch wide piece of polished pink cardstock. Again, it was one of the colors that goes with the specialty designer series paper that we're using. Okay, so now we've got this. I'm not going to cut it quite yet. And behind this, behind the sentiment, I wanted to add a couple of sprigs, and this is our fun sprig punch. I haven't used it for a while, and I really like it. So I'm going to use it to cut some of that cinnamon cider paper. And there we go. So we just need 2 sprigs, and I'm going to put them right down under here, under the sentiment, kind of right like this, and alter them a little, angle them is what I mean, a little bit. And then I thought I'd even add some more, just a touch more ribbon. I like ribbon. I think it makes things look pretty. And so I'm just going to double that, and actually what I'm going to do is I am going to staple these little pieces to this piece of designer series paper. Rather than glue it or anything, it's really, I think it's going to work better and be more secure. So I'm just going to arrange these the way I want them to be, kind of angle those little sprigs, and then I'm going to pick it all up and staple right in that spot. Now this is a stapler that Stampin' Up used to sell, but they don't anymore, but any stapler will work. And you just put it over where all those 3 items meet and give it a staple. And isn't that great? It's all adhered and you don't have to worry about it. Now I'm going to, well, I guess I could make these little tails long like that. How about that? And then what we're going to do is cut down the ends of our sentiment. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to give the flagged ends. I think that might look cute. I didn't do it on the other tag, but you know how to do this. Cut in the center, and I'm going down about 1/4 inch, and then cut from the corners into that centerpiece, the center line. No, that needs just a little bit more of a little cut with my paper snips. Okay, there's one corner, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. It doesn't have to be perfect. It'll look cute no matter what. Remember, this is a handmade gift and a handmade tag, so you want it to look, you don't want it to look sloppy, but it's nice to look handmade. There, isn't that going to be cute? And we're going to put these on again with dimensionals like we did on our card. And I think I'm just going to actually put my dimensionals right on the tag, right where I want them to go. Then I don't have to work so hard to figure it out if I did it the other way and put the dimensionals on the sentiment. So now it's all ready for the sentiment. Whoops. And we're just going to put that straight across. I really love this. And again, it has to do with the beautiful designer series paper. Now what I'm going to do is I like this sitting at an angle, the designer series paper over the Blackberry Bliss. So actually I'm going to adhere it there with a little bit of my glue so it doesn't flop around. Actually, I'm just going to put a little glue right like that. And the only key here is to line up the hole so that the trim can go through. And there. So that is now adhered. So there is your complete tag. And let's bring back our box, our pretty gift box. I love the way the gold cord and the gold in the designer series paper and the box all match. I think that makes it, and really the lighting is not that good here. So whoops, that just slipped a little bit because the glue isn't quite dry. If you saw this in person, this gold, all this gold is just so pretty. So we're just going to slip this through and tie a bow. First we'll tie, whoops, sorry. First we'll tie another knot to secure it on there. And now, if you're really doing a real gift, you would want to fill the box first, right? Because you don't want to go through all this trouble and then have to put this cord back around. Slip the cord off and put it back. So now we're just going to tie a bow, and you don't even have to. You could definitely just use it, leave the knot. I do kind of like bows, you know that. So there we go. And we'll just trim the tails here. And there is your cute little box. And where did I put the card? Here's the card. I love these projects. I hope you do today also. I love this paper, and that's the main thing I wanted you to see is get this paper. If you don't do anything else, get this beautiful paper because it really makes a statement, and you can make a card so quickly, or a tag or anything. So I want to thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm going to come back here and just thank you and let you know, don't forget, Celebration is still going. My host code is up above here. Celebration, where you get a free gift, is on until September 30th. And if you want to sign up for my class to go, I'll talk more about it and have more details for you on Friday, on my Facebook Live on Friday. But you can sign up today, email me, and it's a pre-order, and I prepare everything and send it out to you to put together. So thank you so much for stopping by today. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and thank you. Bye-bye.